Hello friends, if you didn't subscribe our channel, click the subscribe button. Today's topic is double helix structure of DNA. If you didn't watch the previous video regarding what is DNA, what are its components, what are its functions, please watch that video, then you can easily understand the double helix structure of DNA, okay? Coming to the discovery of double helix structure of DNA, it was discovered by Watson and Crick in 1953. This is also important objective question, okay? How they propose the structure? That is based on two evidences. First evidence is Chargaff's chemical analysis. Second one is crystallographic studies by Wilkins and Frankels. Okay, based on these two evidences only, they propose the double helix structure of DNA. Okay. First evidence is Chargaff's chemical analysis. Chargaff in 1950 found that specific relationship is between amount of purines and amount of pyrimidines. Okay, what is purines? What are purines? Purines are nothing but adenine and guanine. That is, the pyrimidines are nothing but thymine and cytosine. We all know that adenine always pass with thymine with 2 hydrogen bond and guanine always pass with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bonds. Okay, that is here in DNA molecule the ratio of adenine to thymine and guanine to cytosine are in 1:1 ratio. Okay, that is amount of purine is equal to amount of pyrimidine. This is called Chargaff's rule. This is the first evidences for the discovery of double helix structure of DNA. Okay, must be clear in this Chargaff's rule. Okay. Next, second evidence is the X-ray diffraction patterns and crystallographic data on DNA structure from the studies of Wilkins and Frankels show that DNA is a highly ordered structure. That is, they have several repeating subunits. That is, they are spaced, every subunits they are spaced with 3.4 Armstrong along the axis. Okay, it is very important. Spacing they will ask, that is 3.4 Armstrong. Based on the spacing only, they propose the structure. Okay. Can see while seeing the double helix structure of DNA, it will be easy for you to understand that 3.4 Armstrong spacing. Okay, these are the two evidences. Based on this only, they discovered the double helix structure of DNA. This is the double helix structure of DNA. You can see double helix structure of DNA and sequence of nucleotides. They are linked by phosphodiester bonds, and you can see the base pairing, that is adenine pass with thymine, guanine pass with cytosine, you can see, and sugar phosphate, which is the backbone of the DNA molecule, you can see in this picture. These are some important features regarding the double helix structure of DNA. Please note it down. Frequently asked 0.5 questions are here. That is, DNA exists in double helix. You had already seen this picture, and it consists of 2 polynucleotide chain, and each polynucleotide chain consists of several sequence of nucleotides. These nucleotides are linked by phosphodiester bond. Okay, and that 2 polynucleotide chain are held here by a hydrogen bonding. Okay, they are held by hydrogen bonding. And you can see in this picture everything clearly, that we all know that adenine pass with thymine with 2 hydrogen bond and cytosine pass with guanine with 3 hydrogen bond. These are the frequently asked 0.5 questions. And I already said about the spacing. That is, the base pairs in DNA stacked 3.4 Armstrong apart with 10 base pairs per turn. Okay. Sometimes they will ask how many base pairs are present, like that they will ask. So you must be clear in that also. These are some important features regarding double helix structure of DNA. Please take a note on it. Actually, this DNA double helix structure looks like a spiral staircase. That is, the 2 strands of DNA are complementary in nature. They are non-identical. Okay. What is the use of this complementary nature means? It is very important for storing and transmitting the genetic information. Okay. See the phosphorus, sugar, carbon in sugar phosphate backbone, and hydrogen, oxygen bases, everything you can see in this picture. And you can see they run by, there is one strand run from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and where other strand run from 5 minutes to 3 minutes. Okay. And the sugar phosphate backbones of 2 complementary strands are anti-parallel. Okay, that is very important point. And another important 0.5 question is, the high degree of stability of DNA is due to what? They will ask. It is due to more number of hydrogen bonds. So that only they are very stable in nature. Okay. Coming to the different forms of DNA. These are the 3 different forms, important different forms. You can see the tabular column. In this, bDNA is the most common form of DNA. They look the way the structure of DNA proposed by the Watson and Crick. It looks similar to that structure. Okay. Few questions also will be asked from this tabular column. I will say the important questions asked previously. Please note it down. That is which this DNA is right-handed or left-handed they will ask. That is A and B are right-handed and Z is left-handed. Okay. Then sugar phosphate linkage is normal in A and B and zigzag in Z. Okay. And base pair repeating unit is 1 in both A DNA and B DNA and 2 in Z DNA. Okay. Next, base pairs per turn they asked last year in JRF plant science question, that is how many base pairs per turn, that is 10.7 for A, 10 for B and 12 for Z. These are some important questions. Others also you go through. Okay, this tabular column is very important. Okay, thank you friends. Telegram channel link is in description box. You can, if you wish, you can join in that. And all the best, study well. Please share the video with your friends. And if you have any doubt regarding this video, please watch the previous video about DNA. Okay, then you can clearly understand the structure. It is very important topic too. Thank you. All the best. Please subscribe and share the channel.